I've travelled all the way to the Baltic Sea to find out why some countries have accused Russia of cutting their sea cables, like this one between Finland and Estonia. On Christmas Day last year, a boat carrying Russian oil to Turkey dragged its anchor for 100 k's along the ocean, cutting the cable and energy flow between the two countries by 2/3. We had to take off before dawn from London and take 2 flights just to get to the small port city on Lithuania's coast to meet the NATO convoy. Once we were there, we were winched up onto the bigger boat. Luckily, we had good conditions for it though. The Baltic Sea is notorious for its choppy tides and cold, near freezing conditions. The ships are pretty small as well. So now that several cables have been cut, NATO countries have really ramped up surveillance of the sea, and NATO launched a new mission called Baltic Sentry. It aims to deter with a bigger military presence on the sea and sending drones underwater to search for sabotage. The small devices then map the seabed and make it easier to spot damage. They're also sending divers down to inspect.
Anybody who has any intentions of inflicting damage or harm to any infrastructure in the Baltic Sea region should be aware that it will be observed, it will be monitored, it will be reported, and it will not remain without consequence.
Since the presence of the increased presence of NATO in this region, and especially since the launch of Baltic Sentry in January 25, we did not have any accidents occurring in this particular region.
Things really escalated in the sea a few weeks ago when the Estonian Navy tried to stop one of these so-called Russian shadow ships. It didn't abide by the instructions it was given, and then a Russian fighter jet was sent in to defend it. This was seen as a major escalation of tensions, with the Russian fighter jet going into NATO airspace for close to a minute.
This reckless use of hundreds of vessels for the purpose just to fuel the war machine of Russia, it puts us in the explosive mix, and we have to control all of it.
Do you think that Europe is on the verge of a broader war with Russia?
Russia is preparing itself for years for the long-term confrontation and conflict with the West. If we are weak, if we are not resilient, and if we are not resolute, it means that we are increasing the opportunities for Russia to use the capabilities for the intent.